Once upon a time, nestled between the obsidian cliffs of Mount Viral and the silver shores of the Moon Mirror Lake, there was a luminous kingdom called Uristal. Rich with gemstones and cloaked in eternal spring, Uristal was ruled by a widowed king and his only child, Princess Seraphina. Seraphina was breathtaking, with flowing copper gold hair, emerald green eyes, and skin as pale as pearl. But behind that ethereal beauty lay a heart consumed not with love or kindness, but greed. From the time she was a child, Seraphina desired everything, not just toys, but the toys of every other child in the palace. As she grew, she wanted more gowns, more jewels, more lands, more praises. The court whispered, "Her hunger is deeper than the mines of Uristal." The king, heartbroken by his daughter's insatiable nature, sought counsel from wise men, saints, and seers. But none could change her heart. When he died of illness, Seraphina was crowned queen, and with that power came boundless indulgence. She doubled the taxes on the poor to build a tower of sapphires. She drained the crystal lake to fill her fountain with stardust pearls. She burned ancient woods to carve her name into marble mountains. Her greed became legend, and then she heard of a cottage far in the forbidden woods where it was said an ancient magician woman lived. It was whispered that this elderly woman could turn dust into diamonds, whisper into stone, and make it speak, and turn breath into gold. That was all Seraphina needed to hear. With no guards, no entourage, just her greed, she disguised herself as a merchant and ventured deep into the dark forest, where thorns grew like claws and shadows murmured secrets. Days passed, and she grew weak, but greed held her upright. Finally, she reached a clearing, a broken cottage with a crooked chimney puffing blue smoke and a garden of black flowers. At the door stood a hunched old woman, her eyes pale as moonstone, her hair white like cobwebs. She leaned on a twisted staff carved with ancient symbols. "You seek me, child of crowns," the elderly woman rasped. Seraphina bowed slightly, her voice smooth. "I have heard you can create wealth beyond imagining. I offer my friendship and palace. If you teach me your craft." The woman chuckled, a dry, crackling sound. "Friendship is not what you bring. You reek of wanting. Wanting so loud, even the trees weep. I'll pay you anything." "Greed is not a currency," the woman said, "but I will give you a chance. Come inside." Inside, the cottage was filled with strange things. Jars of rainbows, a bird with no beak singing lullabies, a spinning wheel weaving sunlight into silk. The woman pointed to a bowl filled with dust. "Turn this to gold. If you can, I shall make you rich beyond your dreams. But if you fail, I will take what you value most." Seraphina scoffed. "Easy." But the dust did not heed her command. She whispered spells. Nothing happened. She offered diamonds. The dust mocked her silence. She cried, screamed, stomped her feet, but the dust remained dust. "You are not worthy," the magician said gently. "Gold listens only to hearts that know how to give. I give taxes. I give jobs." Seraphina shrieked. "No, you take." The room began to shake. The bird vanished. The walls melted into mist. The elderly woman grew taller, her shadow swallowing the room. "You came seeking gold. I give you truth." With a flick of her staff, the woman chanted in a forgotten tongue. Seraphina screamed as her body turned stiff, her skin cold, her eyes hollow. When the mist cleared, she was no longer flesh but a statue of flawless diamond, her hand outstretched, forever reaching, never receiving. The magician placed her in the middle of the black garden, where the flowers bloomed only in moonlight. She whispered to the statue, "Here you will stay, queen of hunger, until someone loves you not for your crown, but your absence of it." Years passed. The kingdom forgot the greedy queen. A kind boy named Elian, an orphan who wandered the forest to collect herbs, found the statue one day and sat beside it each morning. He told it stories, wiped away moss from her face, and even wove a garland for her crystalline neck. "I don't know who you were," he'd say, "but you look lonely. So I'll be your friend." On the 100th day, he kissed the statue's hand, and with a burst of silver light, the diamond cracked. The statue crumbled and Seraphina awoke. Her face was streaked with tears, not jewels. Her hair was dusted with ash, but for the first time, her heart felt full. "Why did you sit with me?" she asked. "You looked like you needed someone," Elian replied with a smile. "Not to take, just to sit." She wept. The magician appeared once more, her eyes soft. "You have learned?" Seraphina gave up her throne. She asked Elian to teach her kindness, and together they tended the forest, healed the soil, and taught the kingdom generosity. And the flowers in the black garden? They bloomed in color once again,